Hey, boys and girls. So I want to explain to you what we are going to be doing in social studies this week. All right, we are all done talking about government. We can go ahead and take that out of our brains and file it away back here and get our front brains ready for new information. Okay, we're going to move into talking about Florida, okay, our state where we live. So this week we're going to make a state map. And each of the lessons on Accelerate will help you add to your map. So you're going to start by doing the vegetation and wildlife lesson in Module 10, State Map Activities. So when you click on the vegetation and wildlife lesson, it's going to load with your word toolbox. You should be pretty familiar with this by now. This is when we're going to talk about the vocabulary words for this lesson. So you have map key, vegetation, and wildlife. Those are your 3 vocabulary words for this lesson. So after you have worked through this, I want you to focus on this table of contents tab that's right here. Okay, it says table of contents. And when you click on that, then you're going to be able to see a list of everything that's in this lesson. So you're going to do the what is it, map activity, and map key. Then you'll see where it starts talking about California. Well, guys, we don't live in California, so you don't need to worry about the California parts of this lesson. You'll start scrolling down to Florida. So you'll do Florida, Florida vegetation, and Florida wildlife. If you keep on scrolling, you see it also gives you information about Pennsylvania and Texas. We don't live in either of those states either, so you don't have to worry about it. Only use the information about Florida to complete your Florida state map. Now, if you finish this early and you want to make a state map for California or Texas or Pennsylvania, then by all means, go ahead and make another map. And you can send it to me and I'll look at it and it'll be so great to see. But you'll only be graded on your Florida state map. Now, I want you guys to get really creative and have a great time making these maps. There is a workbook page in your workbook that will help you get started. And I'll go ahead and show that to you now. So you can use the workbook page numbers 63 and 64. And when you open it up, it's just basically blank pages. And at the very top, it says, my great state of, I wonder what we're going to put on that line. And then this is your space to create your state map. Don't feel like you are constricted or that you have to use this to make your state map. Maybe you want to use a piece of poster paper that you have, or maybe you want to create it on the computer, or you want to use an old bed sheet and paint it. Whatever you want to do is fine with me. Colored pencils, crayons, markers, paint, using the computer to do it, whatever, doesn't matter. The only thing that truly matters is that you follow the rubric, okay? So on page 62 of your book, it tells you exactly what you need to include in your state map, okay? So it says right here, in lesson 10.1, you'll add the vegetation, the wildlife, and your key. In lesson 10.2, you're going to draw a city symbol on the key and mark the 3 most populated cities on the map, okay? It tells you exactly what to do for each of the lessons. So 10.1 is vegetation and wildlife. 10.2 is cities and population density. 10.3 is architecture. 10.4 is services and industries. And 10.5 is transportation. So you're going to use the lessons that are on Accelerate to create your Florida state map. That is what you are doing in social studies this week.